I've reported in the past on corruption at Sustainable Development Technology Canada, a government project to fund green tech companies, which was founded in 2001. Now, a former SDTC employee has come forward with damning testimony. In his time at SDTC, the whistleblower performed financial due diligence and project compliance. Unlike many of his co-workers, he did not sign a non-disclosure agreement. Of the $150 million he alleges was improperly distributed, was $4 million to companies owned by members of the board. Here is an excerpt from his statements to the House of Commons.
The SDTC board, executives, and senior management must be held accountable for their gross mismanagement of taxpayer money, and the federal government must also be held accountable for its embarrassing lack of oversight that's allowed these problems to persist and its egregious cover-up of the truth that occurred this fall. At the beginning of this year, a comprehensive 345-page presentation was created and submitted to the Privy Council office at the request of the Office of the Auditor General of Canada, who we originally went to. This package contained documents that outline gross mismanagement across every aspect of SDTC's operations and governance. It highlighted non-compliance with the SDTC Act and contribution agreement across all of the organization's funding streams and serious breaches of the conflict of interest policies by the executives and board. The Seed Fund, Ecosystem Fund, and Scale-Up Fund were all found to be ineligible due to multiple violations of the contribution agreement, significant deviations from the due diligence process, and conflict of interest breaches by board members and executives. This finding encompasses nearly 200 companies that all received over $80 million, all of which was improperly funded using taxpayer money. The two COVID payments in 2020 and 2021 were also given to the full portfolio of companies and totaled almost $40 million, and were also deemed to be ineligible as the use of these funds was not effectively tracked. And several board members in that instance also violated conflict of interest by approving almost $4 million to themselves to over a dozen companies where they all hold significant ownership or executive positions. This is a staggering level of incompetence, willful ignorance, and corruption that has resulted in SDTC improperly distributing almost $150 million in taxpayer dollars just in the past few years. Even more shocking is the fact that despite these findings, ISED continues to allow these individuals to manage taxpayer dollars.
The full 5-minute statement can easily be found on YouTube. According to Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne, his department was informed earlier this year of allegations concerning SDTC, and he had contacted the business accounting firm Rabin Chabot Grant Thornton as an independent third party to conduct a, quote, fact-finding exercise. A contract was issued on March 17th, and Champagne received their findings on September 27th. He said the report found no clear evidence of willful misconduct, but identified inconsistencies and opportunities for improvement. By June, after conversations with the minister's office, the whistleblower claimed that the report had become an investigation rather than a fact-finding exercise. Champagne allegedly intervened after it was suggested that the entire board be replaced. Champagne has since ordered law firm McCarthy Tétrault to investigate allegations of workplace misconduct before deciding whether to allow the Green Fund to resume distributing funds. The whistleblower described this new investigation as a farce and accused the firm of having broken confidentiality by showing all the names of the participants to SDTC executives while blacking out the names of the executives suspected of misconduct in the public release of the report. While we cut this from the whistleblower's statements earlier in the interest of time, he also claimed widespread workplace abuse of employees. The Conservatives have already said that if they form government, they will shut down SDTC, which has invested more than $1.5 billion in clean technology companies since 2001. Following an investigation by the Ethics Commissioner, Annette Verschuren, the company's president, resigned she had approved more than $200,000 in subsidies for NR Store, which she runs. SDTC's president and CEO, Leah Lawrence, resigned as well, citing a sustained and malicious campaign to undermine her leadership. While at least one other independent news source has revealed the name of the whistleblower, as he spoke under condition of anonymity, I have chosen to respect his privacy.